Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to take a quick look at Creativerse and how we can make a simple engine with their new machines in r33 and how we can make some Christmas lights. FYI, on r33, if there's things that you want to control with the new machines you might need to, that you already have placed in your world, you might need to pick them up and put them back down again before you're able to see your connections. Same with getting the recipes. Find some coal and put it in your inventory, and then you'll start getting all the recipes. So I thought we'd make some Christmas lights to welcome our giant crabs when they spawn in. To do that, let's first describe a very simple engine. So one thing that we have is a delay gate, and by default it is set to delay 0 so we can see things happen. Let's change that to 0.5. You can go up in 0.5 increments there. We're gonna need something to start it off there. So this is how it works. And okay, so here's how the delay gate works. Delaying for 5 seconds. So notice it waited half a second and that spun. Okay. So now let's put our LED out. Ding. Send. Receive. Let's have second. Easy peasy. Pumpkin pie. Now if we want just a simple engine, all we do is add inverter gate. And what we do is we send a signal from the delay gate to the inverter gate, and then from the inverter gate back to the delay gate. So the delay gate will not change the state of the signal. So when you think of the wires being connected, don't so much think of it as like electricity going or not going, but think of it as state, on or off, true or false, always traveling through it, and that can be switched. You actually don't need a power source. Think of it as all connections always being connected and being powered, if you will, but their state changing from true or false, off or on, yes or no, 1 or 0. So what happens is, I'm going to flip this. Currently the state's actually set to true. What's happened is I'm going to flip this and it's going to change the state to false. When that signal of false comes in here after half a second, this is going to wait and it's going to send out the false signal, so that'll turn the light off. But that false signal will go to the inverter and it'll turn into a true signal, come back into the delay guy. Now this delay gate doesn't change the signal, it just waits for half a second and then propagates the same signal out. So it waits for half a second, now it blasts true out, turning that on, and then going in here, changing into false, coming back and waiting. So it's basically this is controlling every half a second, propagate the state to the next components, and it's saying, hey, when you get the state, flip it, and then it goes back, and that loop makes a simple engine. I'm going to show you. Okay. And what's interesting now is I can actually pull. Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks for that, really. I can actually pull that because this loop will continue to roll forever until those are broken or someone turns it off or something like that. But the signal is bouncing back and forth between those two, and the signal its state is being changed by this one, and this one's holding it for a moment before getting it changed again. Lights connected to it, off and on, off and on, off and on. pretty simple, actually. Very, very simple. It's basically a two-component engine to get the state swapping back and forth. And then connect some outputs to it. I like it at 0.5 because you can see the animation, you can hear the sounds. You can make it go faster by saying 0. And it'll go, there's going to be some latency, so that's why you see the blink. But because it's 0, you don't get that animation, the sound on the delay gate. You do on the inverter, of course. I kind of like the hearing, the mechanical. So I like to slow it down just a little bit. So that's our basic engine right there. In fact, we're going to keep this here. Now when you connect them together, it automatically creates some signal names. This is basically the wires. But what we're going to do is we're going to rename this sending. So you're going to send a light A signal with light A. Now these connections broke because these aren't set to receive the light A signal. So let's say, okay, you need to listen for light A, and you also need to listen for light A. And I probably could have just done connected them manually, or connected them in with the controls in the game, and it would have copied them all, would be fine. Anyways, we're cruising again. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, let's go drop our other LEDs. Okay, so you're gonna go there, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I should pick you up because I don't want you right there. Notice our engine's still going. Okay, so I want you to, and you know what, and you could really put the send, you could connect those lights up on either the send here or the send here, does not matter. So we're gonna connect all these on light A. They're all gonna be hanging out on the same signal. Blinky, blinky, blinky. Now let's make it a little bit more Christmassy, huh? So let's have a red one. Let's have a green one. Let's have a white one. Let's have a red one. And a green one. Already pretty Christmassy. But let's get them to kind of blink a little bit more like intermittent on all at the same time. So it's as simple as adding another inverter to just make half of them be the opposite. Let's just stick it there. And what I need you to do here is I need you to listen for light A, and this inverts the signal, we'll call it light B. Now, these guys here, every other one, I'm just going to change to light B. Light B. There we go. Maybe that looks a little bit more festive. So again, the very simple engine is a delay gate paired with an inverter gate. Connect that to as many outputs as you want. And of course use more inverter gates to alternate your logic. Speed that up a little bit. I really like that chunky mechanical sound. Just sounds like so much work is going on down here. Sweet. So next time we get a big crab in here, he'll be welcome with some festive lights. Sun went down at a perfect time. Very fun. You could take that all the way around if you wanted to. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this this tip was worthwhile, and you guys can make some really cool machines. And with a simple engine pattern, you can make some very animated and lively loops of logic. Oh, hey, buddy. What's up, man? Awesome. Well, thanks.